Now we're going to move on to item number 3, public comments for items not on the agenda. Individuals will be allowed 3 minutes. It is the council's policy to refer matters raised in this forum to staff for investigation and or action where appropriate. The Brown Act prohibits the council from discussing or acting upon matters not agendized pursuant to state law. And I'll ask the city clerk, and I do know we have a person with a hand up, and anybody else who's watching or with us this evening, please raise your hand and we'll go ahead and call on you. So, City Clerk.
Thank you. Bo Smith, I'm bringing you into the room.
Hello, thank you.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Smith.
Great. I'm speaking tonight. I have 3 minutes. Is that correct? Yeah, I see the time. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm speaking tonight about the issue of garbage and litter and illegal dumping in our city. We have an example to set for our children, for one, and seeing all this garbage around this city and having our children walk through it on our pedestrian paths is, to me, really an affront to my sensibilities, and I think many other of my neighbors. We're organizing now to host a cleanup that's happening on January 23rd, this Saturday, and we're reaching out to the city to help maybe supply us with pickers or garbage bags or whatever they can do, but really don't know who the point person is on that. And if we do collect garbage, we don't really know what to do with it. We have no place to take it. And so would really like to see more outreach from the city to help champion the causes of cleaning the city up and see more leadership in that area. I'd like to see the city work closer with Recology to, I actually talked to the city manager, or not the city manager, but a city clerk in San Mateo City, and they've contracted with Recology to actually pick up garbage along the way. So I don't know, I asked her how that was working, and she said it seemed to be working better than it was. I also like to see greater collaborations with outside agencies, such as the properties owned by Caltrans and Caltrain and BART. And, they should be, actively policing their own properties and picking up the garbage around there. And nobody's really talking to them or enforcing that. I mean, consider even using our city attorney to start writing letters with intent to sue. Something to get them to take some action and be proactive to where we're not always having to ask them to do something. I'd like to see the city promote more the San Bruno Responds app. Most of the people I talk to in San Bruno don't really know about it. We could send out some more flyers or do some more campaigns there. And as I'm coming to the end with 30 seconds left, the main thing I'd like to see is just more outreach and more champion of this cause from our city. More leadership. I mean, we're teaching our children how to live like this, to live in really squalor. And it's not good for us. It's not good for the adults. It's not good for the children. We teach what we learn, and we learn what we teach. So thank you for letting me share.
Mr. Smith, thank you very much for your comments. And after the meeting, I'll send you an email. And we'll try to get more information, i.e. like the time or location of where you're trying to facilitate that. You asked some questions about pickers and stuff like that. So I'll email you once the meeting has concluded. Next person, please.
Riley Gibbons. Hi, Riley.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
All right. Hello, everyone. I would like to start off by congratulating Tom Hamilton for securing a seat on City Council. It was well-deserved, and I'm confident he'll do great for our city. As we all know, San Bruno's marijuana tax measure passed by a landslide and is something we should all be proud of. Say what you will about marijuana, but allowing a business to come into San Bruno is what will help us get out of the deficit we have been in for too long. Last year, Pacifica made nearly $500,000 off of the 6% tax from a combined of 3 dispensaries. one of them being the main provider of revenue. This is something we have to stop turning a blind eye to. It is right in front of us. We need to act quick. If places like Burlingame or South City open up shop efficiently before us, there would have been pretty much no reason to putting the measure on the ballot, which have been a complete waste of money. I highly suggest that council prioritizes its time towards zoning and regulations so businesses can start applying and the city can start collecting tax money it deserves. It's all right in front of us. I look forward to our adjusted council, and I'm excited for what the future holds. Transitioning into my next topic, which is cleaning. Like Bo had mentioned, like-minded friends and I created a Facebook group called Cleaning San Bruno Now, where we address trash in the city with solutions to cleaning and keeping them off of our streets. We also provide resources regarding where and how to get rid of trash, as well as community cleanups and ways to get involved with one another to keep our city clean. We are proud to announce that next Saturday, January 23rd, we'll be putting together a community cleanup in the Tanfran neighborhood. We'll be meeting on the corner of Sneath Lane and Huntington Avenue at 10 a.m. to clean up for a couple of hours. Hope to see a lot of you there, for our city needs as much help as it can receive. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Next, please.
The next speaker, unfortunately, I don't have a name for you. It just looks like it just says me. So, me. Trying to get you unmuted. Hi, can you hear us?
Melissa, it's Steve Seymour. I
I love Steven.
need to,
Whenever you're ready.
I need to fix that me part, but yes, here I am. All right, I would like to start first of all by also congratulating Tom. It's nice to see the makeup of the city council that we have now, and I look forward to more collaboration and some great things in the future. I want to also echo on what Bo talked about, cleaning the city. As you know, Sandra and I and many of us have been concerned about the garbage in San Bruno for a long time. And as Riley stated, we have created a Facebook page called Cleaning San Bruno Now, and we hope to be a large part of the solution to the problem that we find ourselves in today. Bo talked about some of the ways that he'd like to see the city help. I'll go ahead and add a few others. I think that we could use Cable One to share cleanup dates and times. We could use it to showcase merchants and areas of the city that are now cleaner because we're focusing on it. I just would like to see the city kind of take a lead here. There are some issues Bo mentioned about dumping. I mean, if we were to pick up garbage, especially on the weekends, where do we take it? You know, there's not really a location for us to take that garbage to unless we plan on paying for it, and yet we would be helping the city to be cleaner. Bo mentioned about pickers, buckets, and gloves. That's something that South City does. They have a program where if you want to help in cleaning the streets, you can go to City Hall and they'll give you a picker and a bucket and gloves, and I think that would be helpful as well. He talked about improving the relationship with some of the outside organizations, Caltrans, Caltrain, BART. I think that would all be great too. So I look forward to what we can do as a city and how the city can help support our efforts to make it cleaner and a better place for all of us to live. I want to transition just for a moment on to what Riley talked about too. We did pass the cannabis ballot measure, and I'd like to see us start talking about the regs and zoning so that we can get some of that in place as quickly as possible and start to see some good revenue moving into San Bruno because of the cannabis businesses that we could bring here. Again, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to better collaboration moving forward so we can get some things done in San Bruno together. Thank you so much.
For your comments. Next, please.
Next is Alexander Melendrez.
Hello, San Bruno City Council and city staff. I hope I'm in general public comment. I just joined. I would like to speak in favor of an upcoming piece of state legislation. I sent an email about this earlier today. it is Assembly Bill 15, and what it is an attempt at continuation of a different bill called AB 3088, and it essentially is an extension of the existing eviction protections with the ongoing pandemic. Current protections are set to expire on the 31st. And as I mentioned, we already know that evictions are a health crisis in normal circumstances. But with the addition of a pandemic going on, it has the opportunity to, or I shouldn't say opportunity, it has the detrimental effect of not just worsening the pandemic, but also putting people out in permanent economic displacement. I hope you will consider supporting Assembly Bill 15. There's an additional follow-up bill, Assembly Bill 16, that seems to provide some sort of relief as well. But I would highly encourage the body or individual council members to look into these two pieces of legislation so that we can use every tool that we can to fight evictions and foreclosures in our communities right now. We can't afford to leave people out. And I also want to say congratulations to the new council person, Council Member Hamilton. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and I am speaking only on my own behalf tonight. That's it.
Thank you for your comments. Next, please.
Tim O'Brien. Tim, I'm trying to get you unmuted here. Hi, Tim, can you hear me?
It's actually Reina.
Hi, Reina. Whenever you're ready.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. And thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I want to actually say thank you to Reed, and it's an employee at Walgreens. I believe, let's see where, last week around Thursday, I was walking Bruno, crossing the street, and there was Reed cleaning the whole area of Walgreens outside the sidewalk, and he had collected like 4 or 5 black bags of trash. And I basically thank him for doing that. And basically the 4 or 5 bags of trash that he had was basically the trash collected right by the fire hydrant that is right next to Victory Honda, but also I think it's on the side of Walgreens. And he said that most of the trash was basically needles, drugs, things that people were shooting there. Is any way, I don't know who is, who should we go to basically enclose that area? Because this is a safety issue. I see a lot of kids, families going with strollers and all that, but I think they're also more focused on keeping that area, the trash area and the sidewalk, the bus stop as well, cleaned. So he said that he took the initiative because it was becoming so awful how dirty that area was. So I thank them, but I want to also bring it to you to see how can we remedy this from people, gathering in that area and doing, basically shooting drugs. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much
For your comments.
I see no other hands raised.
Thank you very much, City Clerk.